Do you know everyone can get a perfect score on GED mathematics no matter who you are? You still think it's possible and want to figure out what factors are dragging you back? Well, let's find this out with me in this video. And hey guys, it is Siri speaking. First thing first, before I dive into the topic, I like to do a bit of get to know me. So basically, back in December 2023, I became a GED graduate with an overall score of 700, and I've also managed to get a perfect score on mathematical reasoning. Not bragging. Yeah, but bragging. I did a course for 6 months at K Academy, and then I just self-study and made myself get ready for the exam in 3 months. You might have heard people say mathematics is by far the easiest subject in GED. If that's so, why don't all people get full scores then? Right? If you wonder, just keep watching and I won't gatekeep anything. Okay, now I want you to start giving yourself points on the following things. If you're maths passionate, give yourself 30 points. You would say, why is this even a thing? Just hear me out. If you are really into it, I bet you will want to do mathematics every single day. You will just self-study and make yourself reflect on what you got right or wrong, and I guarantee that's what makes you get 30% probability of getting a perfect score. So, even though you hate maths, just make your mind up that, oh, I love maths. I'll solve whatever problem because I like it. I mean, even enemies can turn into lovers, right? Now, as the second one, you can give yourself another 30 points if you have a solid education background. Because if you haven't learned anything before, it'll be so hard for you to get the basic concepts. What I want to mean is, if you can understand basic concepts and calculations, you can make a better understanding on world problems, because world problems are basically acts upon basic concepts. That's how your education will work. I mean, trust me, I've been in that situation before. That time when I experienced kind of being left behind, because my junior IG student from my school just got better scores than mine. If you don't have a proper education background, don't worry, but I will suggest you to take a pre-GED class or stuffs. For those who had a better education background than me, I mean, they also had devoted their time, money, and energy to learn those things, so why can't we, right? I mean, it's better late than never, so just start learning whenever you're at. Alright, next up, if you know all too well, about how the real question works, add up 20 points. Give more attention here, cause this is the most important thing so far. Well, basically, we have 13 chapters, and if we know how those chapters work, you'll get it. And here's the chart from McGraw-Hill. Chapter 1 to 5 is generally for some basic concepts like adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing of, fractions, decimals, percent, and so on. You have to apply those concepts in simple word problems that might appear in part 1. The rest chapters are the heart of the exam, I could say, especially probability, geometry, algebra, equations and inequalities, and finally, graphs and functions. They're definitely going to be in part 2, and each chapter has many types of concepts, so don't forget to cover all concepts of each. And I want you to learn every concepts and perspectives of different textbooks. Okay, so now add up additional 10 points if you have all the materials to work on and have a right technique. Yeah, I admit that some question types in workbooks are a bit different from the real exam. So don't lose hope if you got many wrong. I can totally say it'll somehow be a help for a better thinking. The core thing is to reflect on why you got it wrong and try to make it right the next time. And these are the workbooks that I use to practice during my exam times. Here are the additional websites and YouTube channels. And I would also say flashcards were the greatest help of all, because they were, somewhat similar to the real question types. And so are the ready tests of others and the videos posted on YouTube. I would only recommend you take those tests after your own ready test so that you get, genuine results. And I will recommend you practicing every workbooks you see, like variants, acing the GEDs, which you might need them in other subjects, but not in this case. Instead, make a timer on how long you take a single sum to solve, like in general. Try using many techniques like elimination method or resolving later without getting frustration. And calculate your own marks in a workbook test to know how well you're doing. This isn't to get discouraged or depressed, by the way. I just want you to know your own progress, the parts where you're still weak at, and the parts where you need to improve. This is called reflecting. It's when you notice your weak parts, do research about it, and try to improve it the next time. All 90% probability, but where the rest 10% at? Well, I'm sorry to say, but that's your lack and the external circumstances on your exam day. Let's say you have to rush to the exam center because you forgot your NRC. Maybe you're sleepy because you couldn't sleep well the night before your exam day. Or maybe you got anxious and made chaos because it's your first time taking a test. Who knows? These are the things that I can only say. Say a prayer, do meditation, and make sure you bring all those things that I have mentioned. Arrive at the exam center 30 minutes in advance and get rid of the exam pressure. There are many perfect scores achievers out there, and our personal point of views and experiences might differ based on individuals. I don't intend to make any harms, but just sharing my own context. Hope you guys find this video useful somehow, and I'm sending the best wishes for your exams. And see you in my next video. Bye bye.